Welcome to Shomach Shava on the Daf. Shir is available for sponsorship. Please reach out for sponsorship opportunities. We're holding in Zevachim Daf Lamed Ches. The Gemara in the end of Matzlif says that we don't have domim shemiktsosam lamalo miktsosam lamata. You don't throw blood on the mizbeach partially up the top part of the mizbeach and partially in the bottom part of the mizbeach. So ask the Gemara, but it says hizu imenu achas lemalo v'sheva lamato. Answers the Gemara, them is Matzlif. What does Matzlif mean? Machver abiyudo keminagdno. So Tosfos brings here the lashon of the Aruch. What does it mean keminagdno? That he picks up his hand, but he doesn't make. He just picks up the hand. Meaning Tosfos is telling us the Matzlif means to pick up the hand, but not to hit down. Based on this Tosfos, we have a source to a very interesting concept. The Torah and Shulchan Aruch bring that someone who picks up his hand to hit his friend, even though he did not actually hit him, he just picked up his hand, he's Nikra Rasha, he's called a Rasha. What is the source of that? So the B'Siyasa sends us to the Gemara in Sanhedrin Daf Ches, that Moshe Rabbeinu told, and by Dosan Ba'aviron, he told them, V'yomer LaRasha lama takerecha, while you're about to hit your friend, doesn't say lama hikisarecha, why you hit your friend. Because you're just picking up his hand to hit his friend, he's already called a Rasha. But in the Pasuk, in Pashas Kitetze, it says, Arboim Yekenu, regarding Malchus, Arboim Yekenu, Lo Yosif, Pen Yosif La Koisa Lila Makarabo V'Nikol Achicho Le'enecho. So the Lashon Pasuk is Arboim Yekenu, you hit 40. The Targum Yonis ben Uzziel says, Arboim Yatzlif. Not Arboim Yekenu, but Arboim Yatzlif, Lashon Hatzlafa. So the Bnei Yisachar in Tishri Mamar Chet Oishei explains, because what the Targum Yonis ben Uzziel is trying to explain is that in one hand it says Arboim Yekenu, it's 40 malchus, but we know it's only 39. So how do you explain that it says 40 means only 39? So it says in Bnei Yisachar, based on the Tosfos in our Sugi, it doesn't quote Tosfos, but he says that's the idea. What is Matzlif? Matzlif is to pick up your hand but not to hit. So Arboim Yekenu, 40 times he has to pick up his hand. To hit, he'll hit only 39. But the 40, he'll just pick up his hand, but he won't hit it. And he says, add the Bnei Yisachar, do we have a Mesorah? Mesorah is, there's some Mesorahs of different psukim that connect to each other. So the Mesorah says, as Arboim Yekenu, and it says Arboim Shana Okud Bedor. That it's written regarding the punishment of Dora Midbar, which was 40 years. Now, says the Bnei Yisachar, when it says the Am Yisrael will be in the Midbar 40 years, it wasn't 40 years. It was only 39 years. Because the Miraglim went there to Israel only in the second year of the Midbar. So the first year is not part of the 40-year punishment. Elamai, he brings the Rashi tells us there was a Gzeru b'machshava. Baruch was thinking about the Gzeru, but it wasn't done until the Miraglim went to do the spying of Eretz Yisrael. So he made the 40 years means b'machshava there's 40 years. But the actual punishment is 39 years. He says that's exactly the idea of the Malchus. There's 40 Malchus, 40 times you pick up the hand, connected the machshava of 40, but in the end of the day, what you actually have is only 39. So that's why Targum Yonis ben Uzziel tells us that the word Arboim Yekenu means Arboim Yatzlif, because Yatzlif means to pick up but not to hit. So as they point out here in the Pnini Halacha, they bring the Magid Mishnah, which is a sefer which the Baal Mishnah Halachas wrote in Chumash. And Parashat Shmois he says that you made according to this, so that where do we know the Isser to hit somebody else? Because it says, Arboim Yekenu lo Yosif. You're not allowed to hit more than 40, you're not allowed to hit more than what Beis is allowed to hit. But according to Targum Yonis ben Uzziel, what is Arboim Yekenu? Arboim Yatzlif. Means you have a hit, you just pick up, but you don't actually hit. And on this also it says lo Yosif. So you learn from here that not only someone who hits his friend is chayav, but even someone who just picks up his hand to hit his friend, he's also chayav. Because the word Yatzlif means to pick up but not to hit. Which is learned based on the Tosfos in our Sugya. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor Shomach Shava Shiurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.